Hey guys, and welcome to my channel. In this video, I want to take a moment to talk about forgiveness as it relates to the narcissist, and should we be forgiving the narcissist? If you've listened to any of my other videos, I'm quite sure it's been sprinkled here and there where I say yes, you should forgive the narcissist. But in this video, I want to talk about why I feel that way. Now, some people feel like, hey, this narcissist has no remorse. They haven't asked for my forgiveness. Hell, they're not even sorry. So how can I give them forgiveness? They didn't ask for it. They can't even receive the forgiveness. They can't receive the forgiveness, right? And I do understand that way of thinking. But I tell you guys to do things that are going to overall be in your best interest. Your best interest. Not trying to be politically correct about something. Because the way that I look at it is, if you're not forgiving the person, what are you doing? You're holding on to it in some shape, form, or fashion. All the people that say, you know what, it doesn't hurt me anymore, but I just don't forgive them, they're in some type of delusion right now if they can't admit that their lack of ability to forgive the narcissist clearly indicates that they have some type of negative energy reserved for that narcissist. And they have not completely let go of the situation in the freeing way that would take that negative energy that they were holding and turn it into positive. And I'm telling you, if any of you have, I'm sure, experienced forgiveness in other areas of your life, wasn't it a weight being lifted off of you when you got to the point of being able to sincerely do that? It was a weight being lifted off of you. Yeah, that is why, guys, the forgiveness is for you. It's not for the narcissist. And I'm sure you guys have heard people say that before. The forgiveness is for you and not the offender. And in this case, it would be your abuser. Okay? Forgiveness doesn't mean, hey, I'm rocking out with you again. Hey, the door's opened or cracked for you to come back into my life. Forgiveness doesn't mean we forgive and forget. Oh no, I would never tell you to forget it. You can't anyway. It's not even make sense. Sometimes we forget we'll forget a block of a traumatic experience while we're experiencing it because of the way our brain is set up. But that's for a whole nother video. And we're chemically induced by the type of hormones that's being secreted to protect us in a fight or flight when we're freezing, but I don't want to digress really. But there are chemically induced situations where we can forget. But for what you remember after the fact, chances are you're going to remember it. But what we try to do, and what I get you guys to work to do, is lessen the effect that the event has on you. And one of the things that is going to lessen it is when we can get to a place of forgiveness. Now, does this or should this forgiveness be fake and phony? No. So if you are still in the process of doing the work and healing from narcissistic abuse, and you haven't gotten to that place yet where you can genuinely say to yourself, not to the narcissist, because forgiveness doesn't mean you have to go write them a love letter or pay a visit to them. Are you kidding me? To tell them that you're sorry. That's not what the forgiveness is. The forgiveness is just saying, hey, I'm forgiving this situation and all that has happened in it so that I can move on with my life. I don't want to hold negative pieces and energy inside of me in regards to this situation. So I'm forgiving this situation and AKA letting it go. This is a part of actually letting it go. When you can actually forgive it, you've let it go. Anyone that says that they can't forgive them, trust me, they haven't let it go. No matter how hard they try to convince you that they have not let it go. Even if it's just a little, they're holding on to 10% of it. Okay, that's still 10% of it. Okay, guys? But a lot of people get it very twisted about what forgiveness is and what it isn't. It is not an invitation for that person back into your life. It does not make suddenly what they did right. It was wrong. It will always be wrong. It will always be abusive. But it's not going to always rent space in my mind for the rest of my life. I think I've done enough time with the narcissist. How about you? I don't need to be holding this in a piece, in parts of my brain for the rest of my life. That's called bitterness and resentment when we do that. And guess what it does? It's toxic poison inside of us. Okay, so this isn't about what they deserve. It's about what we deserve. Sometimes we're so outward focused when we need to be inward focused. I say this all the time. Inward, us. We have to do the work because we ain't changing that narcissist. We're not changing that narcissist. We already know where they are and what they're about and how they're walking. But what we're trying to do is bring as much peace as we can to ourselves and getting to the place of letting go, getting to the sincere place of it after we've done the work. It is a relief off your back. It really is, guys. So the forgiveness, yes, it is for you, not for them. Because we all know they don't care if you forgive them or not. Unless they're trying to hoover you back with a fake apology and then you accept it. Whether you believe it or not, but you accept it. Maybe because of your trauma bond or your enmeshment. Or maybe you actually believe it. But we know they're not. They're just on to the next. Like robots, demonic robots, on to the next. Okay? But we're the ones that had our emotions entangled in that situation. We're the one that have to unpack ourselves and sort it out and clean it up so that we can get balanced again and move forward. Learn from it and move forward. And the ultimate way to do that, guys, is to let go. And a major step of letting go is that forgiveness. It's forgiving it. All right, guys. So, I hope that those of you that struggle, they did this, they did that, they did that. You don't have to talk to that person again. Forgiving them doesn't mean that. You ain't got to be buddy with them again. You don't ever have to be in their presence again, okay? But the forgiveness just simply states, hey, I'm just letting go of this situation. Like, I've dealt with it enough. I've gotten the lessons out of it that I need to. What happened, happened. I've done the hard work in myself. And now I'm finally just ready to let this go and move on with my life. I'm not holding any piece of this with me in a toxic manner. Okay, guys? So I hope and my prayer is that all of you are able to get to that place where you can really let go. You can let go on the highest level possible for you. Okay? Because it's never going to be all right. It's never going to be okay what they did. And that's not what forgiveness means. But we need to retake our power back from them. We're walking around all puffed up, holding pieces of ourselves and bitterness and resentment. They're still controlling us after the fact, long after the discard. Whether we discarded them or they discarded us, but they're still too relevant. Like, look, you don't need to be relevant in my life at all. You don't deserve that. You never deserved it, They never deserved it, guys. The more we can snatch back, and we need to snatch all of it back. And that has to do with you, not them, you. They don't even have to know that you have forgiven them. That's how much it has to do with you and not them. Okay, guys? So I hope this message helps someone begin to, think about the forgiveness and seeing the benefits that it will have for you. Because that's what it's about, you. Okay, guys? So if this video resonates with you, go ahead and hit the like button. If you haven't done so already, feel free to subscribe to my channel. I do upload videos quite frequently. Feel free to share any and all of my videos. You can check the description to find out about the books that I've written. They're on Amazon and Barnes & Noble. They help you heal from traumatic relationships and help you find yourself. Okay. A wealth of relationship advice there. I have a very extensive playlist, guys. Go ahead through it and see what you can learn. There's several playlists. The Healing from Narcissistic Abuse has the most videos. I believe there's about 180 videos in there. But I have a motivational playlist, one that talks about the discard, one that talks about sex and a narcissist, and so forth and so on. You can just go ahead and see that. And I'm trying to think if I'm forgetting anything. I do have a Facebook community that I'm growing. Feel free to subscribe to me on Facebook, or I guess that's request me. That's the Facebook lingo request. And, we can communicate on there. So that's a great community there that I'm building up. And I have an Instagram as well and a Twitter. And other than that, guys, just, continue to do the work. And until next time, take care.